Steel chains rattle in the black of night. Blood on the ground, no wrong, no right. The crowd scream louder, the air unites. One step closer to the edge we crawl. Feel the weight of the fight, the rise, the fall. World Wrestling Affliction. Fist pounding conviction. Hearts collide like friction. World Wrestling Affliction. World Wrestling Affliction.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of World Wrestling Affliction. And we are kicking it off once again with our world champion, or our disputed world champion, if you will. Though he is flanked by the rest of Next Gen, the Pride holding their tag team championships, Angelo X holding the light heavyweight championship, Castro holding his custom world championship, and as promised last week, this is the one-on-one match between AJ Perez and Ledesma of High Voltage, going into their tag team match at Road to Destiny for the tag team championships against Pride. So far, Paradigm Jr. has pinned Big Matt Diva. So, could a pinfall victory here over AJ Perez give High Voltage the momentum they need to win at the PLE? We'll find out right now as they go to face each other.
And his opponent, representing the family, from Juarez, Chihuahua, Mexico, weighing in at 220 pounds, Ledesma!
And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Ledesma, flanked by his manager, Mr. Peter Michaels, representing not only High Voltage, his tag team, but also the over-encompassing Michaels family. And he is looking to face the tag team champion, AJ Perez, here tonight. Could a victory against Perez be what they need to beat them at the PLE? We'll find out. But I'm also getting word, ladies and gentlemen, that at Road to Destiny, we will be having an 8-man gauntlet for the Light Heavyweight Championship. Apparently, Angelo X went to Mr. Davis Morris backstage and said, look, I want to defend my title like a fighting champion. I don't care how many people you throw at me, I want to take them on. So our general manager turned around and said, look, fine, fair enough. Let's give you a 8-man gauntlet match to defend the title. So between the open challenge for the Intercontinental Championship, it's going to be an interesting showing. We still don't know who's challenging Kitty Hagen for the Women's World Championship, though I have been notified next week we will be having a match between Ivy Fisher and Kitty Hagen in a non-title match, and if Ivy Fisher wins, she is the #1 contender for Kitty Hagen's world title. Though, if Ivy Fisher loses to Kitty Hagen next week, she is no longer allowed to challenge for the Women's World Championship while Kitty Hagen holds the title in singles competition. So that is definitely an apologize for that. That is definitely an interesting perspective to see what happens. next week. And you got to think, if Ivy Fisher doesn't win, who's Kitty Hagen going to face? Because last week is our last week before the PLE. Something to think about. But now only a 2 count for Ledesma. And he's still fighting AJ Perez, taking him, knocking him around the ring so far. Castro Lazaro getting on the ropes. AJ Perez almost knocking him off. Ledesma goes to the cover now. Could this be it? 1. Only a 1 count. Definitely not enough to keep him down for the 3. Big leg sweep there. Moonsault off the second rope. And Perez with the spinning discus punch. Ledesma with the counter now. Well, Ledesma's basically been on the reins for most of this match so far. Now we're going back and forth with some punches here. And some chops. Missed a punch there. Locked in the collar elbow tie up. Now AJ Perez. Oh, big club to the back. Whiffed whatever he was going for over that top rope. Now Ledesma going for his own over the top rope. Big splash himself over the top rope. Goes for the cover. Could this be it? 1. And a kick out at 1 immediately. Not enough at all. Misses the elbow drop. Perez is back up. Big boot from Perez. Targeting the arm now. Both the arms for that matter. Dropping the elbow. Oh! Big face buster there. Goes to recover. Could this be it? 1, 2. Kick out at 2 from Ledesma. Oh, whiffed that over the top rope. Now, he's getting it up. Could we see it? Perez cutter. That's got to be it. Goes to the cover. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. Got to hand it to Ledesma. Definitely fighting out, especially after that Perez cutter. Big elbow off the top rope. Misses the punch. Ledesma's immediately back up. Throwing those punches left, right, and center. Lands a nice move there. And he's back in the driver's seat of this match. Rubbing the arm across the face. Oh, he's going for dirty tactics. He just pulled that turnbuckle cover off. He's going to the turnbuckle, so the ref has to stay away. Big splash off the top rope. Goes for the cover. For once, a ref doesn't go for the turnbuckle cover first. Only a 2 count, though. Big moonsault off that second rope. Now Perez hitting an interesting type of move there. Perez very much in the driver's seat now. Though we have seen Ledesma turn it around after Perez has hit basically everything he's got. And there we go, as I say it, Ledesma immediately bringing it back to himself. Big splash. Big kick to the back there. And Castro Lazaro distracting Ledesma now. It's not something that you normally see coming out of Castro, but I digress. Big lariat there, just sending AJ Perez flying. Now what's Ledesma going for? Well, he was going for a double axe handle, but missed the landing there. Missed the aim a bit. I think AJ Perez just got busted open there. A big splash off the second rope. Goes to the cover. Could this be it? 1, 2, 3. It is! No! Was only a 2 count? I could have sworn that was a 3. That was so close. Oh, here we go. Second Perez cutter. Goes for the cover now. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. Oh my god. We've never seen anyone kick out of 2 Perez cutters before in a singles one-on-one match. And Perez is getting fired up now. Big running slam there. Goes to the cover. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, we've both simultaneously in the last 2 weeks seen Paradigm Jr. beat Matt Diva and Ledesma beat AJ Perez in singles competition. You have to think what that does to the mindset of not only High Voltage going into this match thinking, hey, we've beat them in singles competition, we can do it in tag competition, and in the Pride's mind of thinking, you know, we've been losing non-stop to Parabellum for these tag titles. We finally win them, and our first competition beat us in one-on-one competition. So it's got to get into the heads of the Pride thinking, are we even worthy of these titles if we can't beat these guys in singles competition? So, that being said, singles competition and tag team competition is a whole different ball game. So, it could go either way, but we'll find out in two episodes' time in the PLE Road to Destiny. But all I gotta say is congratulations to Ledesma. That was an amazing performance. I mean, kicking out of 2 Perez, that is certainly no small feat to do. And, you know, I have to give props to them for that.
Here is your winner,
Ledesma of High Voltage putting on an amazing show, getting a victory here, showing why High Voltage came out of that ladder match as the victors, and definitely worthy of Mr. Peter Michaels' tutelage.
The following
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, here we have it.
to the ring, representing the Dangerous Alliance,
Tyson Walker being flanked by the leader of the Rebel Club,
Tyson
TK Landon. Now, for those of you that don't know, the Dangerous Alliance, Tyson Walker, and Tyler Bishop have been affiliated with the Rebel Club in the past. So it's no stranger to see TK Landon coming out here, especially considering it's his tag team partner, who is Tyson Walker's brother, who was thrown through that lamp by Pollux, who we find out is the former Tim Taylor, one member of the A-listers. So now with Luther Ramon back, we have to think, what are the A-listers going to do? I mean, it's clear that they're friends. Luther Ramon said last week in the promo that it was Castro only made it into that 10-man gauntlet in our first ever PLE because Tim Taylor was taken out. Wait, what? No, don't tell me. It is. Oh my god.
Accompanied by Luther Ramon. From
Wow, ladies and gentlemen.
weighing in at 200.
Well, I gotta say, last week the boot should have been a dead giveaway, but Luther Ramon and Pollux have joined Bushido. Well, that explains Luther Ramon's whole new outlook that we saw in the last episode. Basically coming out and, calling out Castro for being a paper champion and then assaulting him. That's not like the Luther Ramon that we've known in the past. But we're kicking off with Pollux taking on Tyson Walker here. Now, a bit of a history lesson. I mean, the Dangerous Alliance and the A-listers have a lot of history together in the tag team title scene. But not only that, Andy Walker and Pollux used to be best friends. There was a time where Andy Walker was working with the A-listers against the Dangerous Alliance. And I've got to say, seeing them back here is definitely bringing back memories, but also everything's changed now. I mean, it used to be the Dangerous Alliance were the bad guys and the A-listers were the good guys. Now, Pollux is the bad guy, joining Bushido, and Tyson Walker is very much the bad guy, very much the good guy, sorry, teaming with TK Landon, getting revenge for his brother, who we still don't know how long he's going to be on the shelf for. I think it's pretty good to say that he will be out for the rest of the season. He suffered some very, very serious injuries when Pollux threw him off that second story through that lamp. And Luther Ramon distracting Tyson Walker there. And it allowed Pollux to get the upper hand again. And Pollux with the big clothesline there, but it didn't matter. Tyson Walker back to his feet. Big headbutt to the back of the head. That's gotta hurt. Not only Pollux, but that's gotta hurt Tyson Walker too. And Luther Ramon sliding that kendo stick into the ring, but referee Charles Robinson's seen it and thrown it outside the ring. And the leg chop there. Big clothesline from Tyson Walker. And now just stomping a hole into Pollux on the ground there. And just throwing him across the ring now. And here we go, Pollux with the package drop. Big stunner. Goes to the cover now. 1, 2. Kick out at 2 from Tyson Walker. You see Pollux fighting his damnedest to try beat Tyson Walker here. Walker back to his feet. Rolls up. Pollux goes to the cover. Could this be it? 1? No, kick out at 1. Big boot to the head, busting him open in the process. Targeting that head again. Goes to the cover now. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. And just dodging there. Big over the head toss. Big superplex. Off that top rope. Tyson Walker going for a thing. Pollux tries to hit. I don't think that made much connection, but I think the wind must have knocked Pollux back. Pollux with the kick there. Now Pollux to the top rope. Tyson Walker on the outside of the ring, calling him to get up. Big dive on the outside. Taking him out now. Throws him in the ring. Taunting the crowd as he climbs in the ring now. Just targeting that leg of Tyson Walker. Goes to the top rope once again. Misses the Swanton Bomb completely. Tyson Walker back to his feet. Roll up. Goes to the cover. 1. And only a 1 count there. Oh, big Claymore kick there. Goes to the cover. Could this be it? 1, 2. Kick out at 2 after the Claymore kick. And these guys have a lot of history together. They're no stranger to big bloody brawls. And it's showing here in this match. Big clothesline there. Big stunner. Goes to the cover now. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. Second stunner. The third of the match. Goes for a cover now. 1, 2. 3, and that's put him down. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Pollux has finally gotten a victory over Tyson Walker since his debut. Or since his debut as Pollux, I should say. Not having much luck. There you see the first of 3 stunners in this match, and it wasn't enough to keep him down. But he hit 2 in quick succession at the end of the match, and that was enough to put Tyson Walker down for the 3. I'm hoping that the replay will show it that way. There's the Claymore kick that we thought was going to put him down, and it was only the 2 count. Not even close to a 3. And here we see the first of the stunners. That only got him a 2 count. But nearly as soon as he got up, he landed... literally as soon as he gets up, lands the second stunner. That puts him down for the 3 and gets the win for Pollux here in the singles competition. Now you see Luther Ramon very much having a celebration now. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we move into our main event of the evening, and it is the second #1 contenders match for the Women's Intercontinental Championship at the Road to Destiny PLE. And there you see Rose Hamilton, definitely someone who is probably not the likeliest contender, but given her chances haven't been the best in her favor. I mean, technically, her first title shot got thrown out because of Hannah O'Grady. Her second title shot, she didn't even... she was part of the losing team, but she didn't get tapped, she didn't get pinned. But it seems like she's going up against the rookie Emma Quinn, who could very well be an easy path to this title. Now, that's not to count Emma Quinn out. I mean, we've seen some great things coming from Emma Quinn in the past. She's just probably, out of all the women on the roster, Rose Hamilton's best chance, or easiest chance, I should say, a victory. But it's still not going to be an easy victory. She still has to go through Emma Quinn. Now the question is, will we see Hannah O'Grady in this match? Any interruptions? That's going to be an interesting one. But for now, we kick it off. Rose Hamilton immediately with those big strikes. Just completely beating down on Emma Quinn there. Targeting the hand there of Emma Quinn. Targeting that elbow now. So far, this match has purely been Rose Hamilton just striking Emma Quinn on the ground. Big collar and elbow tie-up. Finally getting some proper pro wrestling here in this match. The ref breaking it up. And immediately, as soon as the ref leaves, Rose Hamilton throws a punch. Emma Quinn finally getting some competition. though doesn't seem to be hitting as hard as Rose Hamilton's punches were. Maybe the fatigue already kicking. Oh, big spear out of nowhere. Goes for a cover. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. That caught Emma Quinn off guard. And this has just been Rose Hamilton's match. I think she's coming in with a chip on her shoulder. If she wins this match, she finally gets her hands on Hannah O'Grady and a 3rd shot at that Women's Intercontinental Championship that has eluded her since her debut. Now these two in another collar and elbow tie-up. Just raking the elbow across the face of Emma Quinn there. Kick to the throat now. And, oh, big attack on the outside of the ring. Big knee to the face there. Big punch to the gut. Kick to the leg there. Now Emma Quinn going for a cover. Could this be it? 1. Only a 1 count. Definitely not enough damage. Big back suplex there from Emma Quinn. Hurricane Rana there from Emma Quinn now. Now Emma Quinn getting a 2nd win here. Finally able to get some offense in. Oh no. Big double stomp. Where's someone in the crowd screaming Super Dragon right there? Locking in the lock there, the face lock. Now Hamilton back to her feet, but Quinn fighting her off immediately. I don't know what that was, but it looked like it missed either way. Big splash. Or big senton, sorry, over that top rope. Hurricane Rana into the barricade. That's gotta hurt. And Emma Quinn back in the ring now. Calling for Rose Hamilton. Now out on the outside of the ring again, resetting the count. Kick to the head there. Now gets Hamilton in the ring. Emma Quinn saying she's finishing it now. Locks in the crossface. Locks in the crossface and wait, Hannah O'Grady, well, Rose Hamilton just broke up that submission, and then Hannah O'Grady throws this match out by having both superstars disqualified. Thanks for watching, guys. We will see you next week to find out what happens here.